Kind of nice, right? Kind of nice. Here they come. Too much fun. Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to the Lone Larch podcast. Today is June 8th, I think. And today, I can't believe I haven't thought to bring you guys here before. Today I'm recording at the Olds College, which is where I went to tree school. The grounds at the college are amazing and gorgeous, and here's some of it. It's hard to show you all of it, but I think when I'm done I'm going to go for a little bike ride through the grounds and I'll try and record bits and pieces of it. The rose garden is just over here and it's beautiful right now. So I'll take some snippets for you and add them in at the end. How is everyone? Hopefully good. I'm doing well. I'm very busy, as you probably figured, since I haven't recorded in quite a while. But here I am. I found a few minutes and here we are. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new, thanks for joining me. If you're coming back, did I just say that? Thanks for coming back again. What am I going to talk about first? I'm going to tell you what I did yesterday because I can't stop thinking about it, and I had a really good day yesterday, so I will share. Amy asked me to climb a mountain with her yesterday. So, well, she asked me before that, but yesterday is when we did it. We climbed Mount Yamnuska yesterday, which is a mountain in Kananaskis country, which is over by Canmore and Banffish area. And it was something. It was awesome. We had a really good day. It was an 11-kilometer hike up to the summit of this mountain, and like maybe 25% of which was in the trees, and then about 75% of it was above tree line and literally on the top of a mountain. Traversing through scree, going down scree, going up scree, using chains to get around cliff sides, which, I mean, there's 50-foot cliffs off below you and you're on a ledge that's about 1.5 feet wide, and holding onto chains and just working your way across and through these faces to get to the other side so that you can get higher up to the real summit. And when we got up to the proper summit, you can lay down on your tummy and look over the edge and look down a 200-foot cliff face, and it's a pretty awesome spot. I haven't done a hike that intense since, I don't know when, a long time. It's been a long time since I've done something that exposed. I do a lot of hikes like in the trees and stuff, and then you have a lookout somewhere, or you reach a high point or there's a waterfall or something like that, but I haven't done a proper summit like that in quite a while, so it was an awesome day. And we had 2 other friends go with us, Joy and Tony, and we know these girls from sort of through tree school. Both Tony and Joy are Lori Newsham's daughters, and Lori Newsham was our main teacher for our arboriculture school. So we met these girls through him, obviously, and Tony has since gone on to take the ARB program as well. And Joy, actually, we got it out of her while we were walking around on a mountain. We got it out of her that she's actually debating taking the program as well. So we have one new lady ARB to hang around with and play with, and potentially one more, which is very exciting because, as you can probably imagine, there aren't very many lady ARBs in the industry. So when we find ones that are awesome, then we hang on to them with all our might. So yeah, we had a really awesome day. insert video, photo. I'm sure I've been doing that all through here, or on Instagram. If you saw my Instagram yesterday, I put a little video in about us going down the first bit of scree, the calm bit of scree as I call it, because we thought that was the first bit of scree, and it was just like boot skiing down the scree, and it was really fun. And then we got around to the face of the mountain, and it got a little bit more intense from there, and a little bit stressful. And all four of us had never done the mountain before, so we didn't really know what to expect. And you're always going into the unknown is a little bit stressful, especially when you're in the elements and you're exposed to everything, and there's 200-foot drops in a lot of directions where you're walking. So it was an awesome day. I would hike with those girls again tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow, I have to work tomorrow, but maybe Friday. No, I have other stuff to do on Friday. As soon as possible, I will be back up on the mountain. They were really, really awesome girls to hike with. Really positive, no complainings. Well, there was a little bit of complaining by all of us. By the end, we were all pretty trashed, but it was a good day. So that's what I did yesterday. What did you do yesterday? Hopefully something fun and entertaining, even if it was something that was 5 minutes of fun and entertaining. I know everybody can't climb a mountain on every day, but take advantage of it when you can do it. So yeah, what am I going to talk about today? This is going to be totally strange and sporadic, and I'm actually really paranoid that somebody's going to like come out of the woodwork and come over and talk to me, because this is kind of a very public area, and I'm sitting right beside one of the main buildings that I went to school in, and so I have like all my teachers' offices windows right there, and I'm totally creeped out that they're like looking through their window going, what on earth is she doing? And my phone is like precariously balanced on my bike wheel. So if anybody walks by right now, I probably look like a crazy person. Whatever, it's fine. I probably look like a crazy person anyway with my awesome hair. I got a haircut. Do you like it? I do. Amy undercutted me again, so it's all shaved underneath, and then just the bits come down on top, so Amy's the best. Not tree Amy, different Amy. Hair Amy is what we call her. Imagine that. So looking at all my show notes, I don't know where to start. Should we do I don't really have any podcasts once again, because guess what I'm cheating on podcasts with now? Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, Jared was hanging out in our room one morning, and I came in to ask him a question or whatever, and he was watching. I knew the sound, I knew the voices on the show. Like, what are you watching? What is that? I know that. And he looks at me and he just says, Battlestar. What? Where are you watching Battlestar? So Battlestar Galactica is on Show Me. So I have been neglecting all the podcasts and watching all the Battlestar Galacticas. So from one extreme to the other. Last week was Gilmore Girls. This week is Battlestar Galactica. I love that show so much. When it first came out, we were hardcores and watched all of them. I'm hooked again because it's a great show. Even if you don't like sci-fi, it's honestly a great show. Really good storyline, and the editing and the writing in it is spot on. It's an interesting storyline. Check it out. Water. I'm still rehydrating from yesterday. Even though I drank 3 liters of water on the hike yesterday, I'm still dehydrated. It was like 28 degrees, well, Celsius, and like I said, 75% of it you're exposed and on rock, so it's like you're walking on asphalt, essentially. Well, like the reflection of it is like you're walking on asphalt, so we got cooked. Man, my cheeks are still red, and I got burnt my chest. Anyway, great day. Small price to pay for a great walk in the woods and on the rock. Okay, so what was I talking about? Don't really have anything to say about podcasts right now. So what I'm going to do is For the Love of Trees. But I don't actually have a segment this week. I've decided that I haven't done a giveaway in a long time. And, well, I don't think I've ever done a giveaway. I've just kind of done random prizes here and there. But I want to show my appreciation for everyone that watches my podcast and buys my bags and interacts with me on social media and makes me feel like I'm not a crazy person for being totally obsessed with knitting. I want to do a thank you for that. So what I'm going to do is a giveaway. It will include one of my bags. I haven't decided which one or what size yet, but it will be one of my bags with a few bits and pieces put inside of it. Now, what you need to do to enter for this is you need to tell me what your favorite tree is and why. And if you can, take a picture of it or find a picture of it or whatever, and post that. So what I'm going to do is open up a thread in the Ravelry group that says, tell me your favorite tree. And yeah, I just want a little snippet, what kind of tree it is. If you can find the Latin for it, that is really good, because common names can cause some problems. Not everybody calls the same trees the same name, but all of the... There's a truck going by, hold on. But the Latin name is always consistent. So if you can find the Latin name, include that. And I mean, that's as simple as Googling it. If you Google it, what you think it's called, and then it'll come up. Wikipedia will come up, and you can look through the pictures and make sure it's what you're talking about, and then just include that. So a picture, common name, Latin name, and why you love it. Is it a sentimental thing? You had one in your yard when you were a kid, whatever. If you just love the structure, or I'm looking at a big ponderosa pine right in front of me. And that's why I like ponderosa pines, because of the structure, and they look like big teddy bear trees. Yeah, so put those 3 things in your post, and I think after the climbing competition, which is next weekend, next Saturday and Sunday, I will randomly choose a winner on the Monday, which is June the 20th. And if you don't know about the climbing competition, should I really go into this? If you want to know about the climbing competition, refer to the last 2 episodes. I talk about them quite a bit, and there's some video and stuff that you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share with you what my favorite tree is today. And by today, I mean my favorite tree changes. I was going to say daily, but it's more hourly, or honestly, whichever tree I happen to be standing beside. So today, I'm going to talk about these guys back here. There's actually an oak right above me, right here. That's an oak, which is actually that might be the pine. No, that's the bur oak, which is right here, which is one of my favorite trees. But the guy I'm going to talk about right now is this guy right here, and there's another one on this side. There's 3 of them, and one right here. And what these are Ohio Buckeyes. This is the leaf of an Ohio Buckeye. And the reason that I like them is that they look very foreign to where I live. They look like nothing else that grows here. They're not native. They've been brought in for ornamental purposes, obviously, but they have such an interesting look to them. They look very tropical to me, and I love them so much, in fact, that I planted one in my parents' front yard. When I re-landscaped their front yard for them, I put one in. I pretty much made them put it in because I loved it so much. They turn bright, bright, bright red in the fall, like intense red, and in a place like Alberta, you don't get much of that. You get the larch that turn orange, and pretty much everything else turns yellow. And then you just have the evergreens that are evergreen. So for something to turn bright, bright, bright red, like these guys do, is very interesting. It's very rare and very exciting. So the other reason I like them is the structure of them. They're not so much of just an upright trunk and then canopy on top. They're very, they're more wide. They're short and stout. I think that's a good way to describe them. They're short and stout, and pardon me, they have beautiful flowers. I think all the flowers are gone. Yeah, all the flowers are gone, but I have my book here. This is a reference book that I use all the time, Sibley's Guide to Trees. He also makes the Sibley's Guide to Birds, and there's Sibley guides to everything. I love these books because they're so in depth. The pictures are amazing, and just really detailed. So Ohio Buckeye is this guy right here. Obviously, if you look down here, you can see what the flowers look like, and they're gorgeous. They're, I don't know how to describe them any more than that, other than go Google them and look at some pictures because they're really pretty. They're palish yellow and broad pyramidal clusters, 16 inches long, March to May. So 6 inches long in our world for tree flowers is magnificent. Like, it's huge. A lot of people here don't even realize that trees flower. And they do, because most of the trees here, the native ones that flower, the flowers are like this big. They're tiny, like centimeter, if that. People don't even realize it. So to see these buckeyes in flower, you've got these huge pyramidal clusters of yellow shooting out of all of these, out of the branches. So very pretty. I don't really have anything else to say about it, other than I love it. That's what it looks like. And if anyone cares, the Latin for it is Aesculus glabra. Aesculus glabra, which is Glabra. So that's that. So for the love of trees, go tell me what your favorite tree is. And I'm curious, because there's a lot of people that watch from all over the world. So I'm really excited to learn about new trees that I've never seen, heard of, whatever. So inform me what your favorite tree is. There's people behind me and it's weirding me out. Thank goodness for all the tree cover. Okay, so let's talk about some socks. Oh, first I have an announcement. Kate finished her very first sock. This is a big deal. Kate is a very beginner knitter, and she made a sock. I will insert a picture right here. It's amazing. Now, she tells me that it will fit an elven foot, but I don't care. She made a sock. She went through all of the techniques, all of the steps, and it looks like a sock, and it barks like a sock, and it is a sock. So she's gonna give it to one of her friends that has, what did you say, Kate? Freakishly elven feet? Who cares? It doesn't fit her. One day she'll make a pair of socks that does fit her. It's all a learning process. So high fives, Kate, and this is her sock. Oh, other thing I was gonna tell you, I wanted to share with you the little blue sweater that I made in maybe episode 5 or 6. It's the first one I did with Amy. The little tiny baby sweater, the gray and blue one. It went to its home, clearly. And my friend Heather sent me a picture a while ago of little Nate wearing said sweater, and he's stinking adorable, right? So cute. And he's growing way too fast. Yeah, babies grow fast. We all know that. So, that's all the housekeeping. Random bits of knitting housekeeping. Now I'm going to show you a sock. This is Nessa Townley's I Heart Bees sock pattern. It's amazing. I love it. It will be released at the end of the month, she thinks. She doesn't have a specific date. She's still battling with it. I understand, Nessa. Completely understand. Remember when I told you last time that I was too stubborn and decided to use a 2.25 millimeter instead of a 5? Or, yeah, a 5. Instead of a 2.5 millimeter needle? Okay, well that was the worst decision of my life. Listen to the gauge that it says in the pattern. Just do it. It's there for a reason, because if you use 2.25s instead of 2.5s, your sock will not fit your foot. So guess who gets to make these all over again? This person. Which is fine. Nessa felt bad actually that I had to start all over again, but don't feel bad because I love this yarn so much that I don't mind restarting at all. The lighting's kind of weird, I hope you can see that. This yarn is Yarns of Ricard de Vries. Is that right? Did I get that? I didn't even bring the tag this time. And the colorway is Lake of Bays. I love this yarn so much. I actually started a mini sock last night in it because I love it so much. So the fact that I have to make 2 more socks in it, I'm totally fine with that. Look how gorgeous it is, you guys. I heart bees. Honeycombs. It's an awesome pattern. It is extremely intuitive. I think I said this last time actually. I got through the first repeat and it was memorized, and I didn't have to look at the pattern other than keeping track of which row I was on, so I knew when to do the, you know, I knew when to do the cable row. So pretty rad, right? I love them. One sock. And I finished another sock. This one looks a little goofy. I finished one of my dad's socks. Clearly my sock blocker is way too small for it, but I finished one of my dad's socks. And I'm gonna see him this weekend. There's an ant on me. I'm gonna see him this weekend, so I'm gonna get him to try this one on, make sure it fits, and then I'll start the next one. I really like how these turned out. I don't know if there's a right side or a wrong side, but they all look pretty great. There's some birds over there having a bit of a meltdown. Whatever. Nature. And we're right beside the egg mech building, which was probably not the smartest thing in my behalf again. There's beeping of machines and whatever, but getting in the wild, whatever. So yeah, this is my sock. It's Regia, Arnie and Carlos. Can I remember? Is it 1065? Is that right? The colorway? Can't remember. And then the top is just a Regia solid that I chose that sort of goes with it. So I'm really happy to have one of them done, and I really hope they fit him so I don't have to remake this sock too, because that would not be great. But if I do, I do, because that's the life of knitting. So that's all I have finished. I keep thinking that I haven't done a lot of knitting, but since last time, like, this guy was half done, this one was half done. So I've essentially done a full sock and then done a huge amount of progress on this. Watch this. Oh, which side should I show you? Okay. This is the point where you start. This is my walk in the woods. This is the point where you start. The color looks awesome in this light. And then it goes up into the color. It's not even Colorwork. I didn't realize that this was called something else. It's called Mosaic. Because instead of stranded colorwork, all it is slipping of stitches and only knitting certain stitches on certain rows with certain colors. Isn't it amazing? You can really see the blue out here. That's rad. So this is my walk in the woods. I still have I think I have, this is a full repeat. I think the repeat goes to about here. And then I have one more full repeat of this. I think I have 1.5 more repeats. So honestly, I still have a lot of work to do on it, but it is progressing huge. What is that there? Oh yeah, I have markers on all of the repeats so that I know that I'm not screwing it up. Why is that guy there? Or is that the end of the repeat? No, that can't be right. I can't remember. Anyway, look at it. It's beautiful. Isn't it fun? I'm really, really happy with the way that the yarn is turning out, and yeah, just how it's playing into each other. This is Haven Yarns Vineyard, and the white with the speckles in it is called Cosmic. Yeah, Cosmic. I love it. Can you tell? I can't put it down like Sue. So this one's gonna be awesome. It actually matches my shorts really well. How rad's that one gonna be, right? Oh God, it's gonna be great. So yeah, building all the hot things, all the hot articles of clothing when it's like plus 30 outside. Whatever. So that's that. Is there anything else to, oh, I was gonna say, this is something I really like about this pattern, the walk in the woods pattern, is the repeats. I'm going through the written instructions instead of the chart, which is very strange for me. Usually I prefer to work off a chart, but the way the written instructions are done is there's like the beginning 4 stitches of the row or something like that that are constantly changing, and then there's the repeat and then the last, right? But that repeat, instead of it just being in brackets, it's highlighted as well. So when you're just glancing down at your pattern, you can see it just catches your eye way better. You can just instantly see what you're to do instead of kind of having to search through the whole row to find the repeat. So for you pattern makers that, I'm gonna mental note for this one too, for all you pattern makers that have repeats in your patterns, highlight it. It's the simplest, tiniest little thing, but it makes all the difference for just ease of read. So very cool idea. I'm getting really red, holy cow. It's not even hot out today. Okay, so I did that already. I did that. Le moyen. I'm addicted to this thing. I don't want to make any socks. I don't want to knit on all the other things that I want to do. I just want to do brioche for my whole life. Not at all. But it's becoming very much second nature now, which is very exciting. As I've said before, I understand what's happening in the stitches now, so I can read it and work backwards if I need to, and it's not a complete it's not a complete disaster. So this is how big it's gotten. This is where I was. Oh, okay. Maybe if I hold it back here. This is where I was last time, right here. I've done about another 6 inches or so on it. So it's glorious. I love working on it. I love the feel of it. I'm starting to think I like the wrong side better. Oh, that wind feels great. Just don't blow my camera over. Precariously perched on my bike. Yeah, so it's rad. It's getting really big. See how much bigger it is from last week? It feels bigger. I don't know if it is, but I love it. And I just, like, everything I love about it I've already said to you, so I'm not going to carry on forever. But I love brioche. And okay, side note, this may be a completely ridiculous thing for me to do, but I have a brioche pattern formulating in my head, and I'm a little bit terrified to try and build it because I don't think I know brioche quite that well to start designing in it. But should I just give it a go? I think I should just give it a go. So, a little insider information, it's going to be called Trunk Flare. It's in my head. I have the colors. I already have the yarn picked out, which I may be picking up next weekend, hopefully. I don't know if that's going to go. We'll see. Not that I'm going to start it anytime soon, but stay tuned for the craziness of Jenny's brain trying to be put out on paper for all the masses to use and have. Hydrate. I'm so glad it's not so bright today. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show you this week. Everything else that I have been working on has been totally neglected the last couple of weeks. I haven't worked at all on my seashore, but I did want to mention that Sue Stokes, who is Knit24 on Periscope and everywhere else, she is doing a summer fingering sweater knit-along. So you can, she has a Ravelry group which is called the Knit24 fan group. And yeah, she's doing a knit-along. All you have to do is a fingering weight sweater or vest of any shape, size, whatever. Anything you want to do just has to be fingering weight. And it can have already been started. So whips count, totally. And the end date, or the start date is right now. The end date is, what did she say? September 1st, maybe? That makes sense. End of the summer-ish. So that's happening, and I will be putting my seashore into that. And I'm also going to say to all the cows that I have been talking about joining, I'm not joining any of them. I'm tired of putting all this ridiculous pressure on myself to do all the cows, although I still really want to do them, but I have so many projects on the go that I think I should just stick to what I have and finish what I have. Because I'm loving what I'm working on, so why fight it? Why fight it? Oh, this is another thing I was going to say about this. I was thinking, oh, I'm getting so far, I've progressed so well, blah, 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 right? Thinking I'm a superstar. I weighed my yarn. Okay, this one Oops, did I tell you what this is? This is Haven Yarns All Is Bright. This one, I still have 60 grams. I'm not even halfway through it. And this one is Hedgehog Fibers, the gray, 55 grams. I'm not even halfway done the yarn. And I wanted to finish the balls of yarn, so we'll see. We'll see if that actually happens. But, I mean, clearly it's not big enough because it won't stay on. I was just going to put this on my lips. That's a terrible idea. Don't put this on your lips. Put this on your head so that your headaches go away and you chill out. And I'll show you what it is. This is another random thing I always keep in my knitting bag. I get it from Sage. There's lots of other essential oil companies that do a similar thing. This one's called Peppermint Halo. I get a lot of headaches, as I've probably mentioned before. And this stuff works really, really well for cooling your brain and has very calming effects and will keep my headaches from really going into overdrive. So I use it a lot. There's also this wand that you can get that you just stick like all over the top of your head, and it just deposits tiny little bits of peppermint oil in it and does amazing things too. But I've actually run out of that, so I have to get more. Anyway, wasn't planning on talking about that. I think that's all I have to say. What am I excited for? I'm going camping with my sisters this weekend. I'm really excited for that. I have an older sister, which you've met, April, and a younger sister, Katie, and we're going camping this weekend. No kids, no spouses, no one else, just the three of us. So I'm pretty pumped for that. And yeah, we're going down kind of Crow's Nest Pass-ish, if you know where that is. It's, how do I explain that? Western southern Alberta. It's the other pass that you get through to BC other than, well, it's not the other one, there's three. But the northern one is the one that goes from Jasper over to Valemont, and then there's Mount Robson's up there too. And then where I live, it's Calgary, Banff, Golden. That's that pass. And then the southern pass is Pincher Creek, and then the pass, which is like Blairmore, Coleman, all of those places, which will take you into Fernie. So we're going down into that southern pass down in there, down near Pincher Creek, because that's where my sister lives. So I'm pretty pumped to go camping with them. So wish me luck. Not that I need luck, but that's all I have to say. Have a great couple of weeks, probably it'll be, before I record again. There's a few life changes that may be occurring in the next week or so, so it may be even more difficult for me to find time to record, but I will find time, I promise, because I love talking to all of you, and I appreciate every single one of you. So big kiss, everyone. See you soon. Mwah, mwah. Be safe and go on many adventures. Bye-bye. Okay, friends, so this is where I was just recording. Me by bicyclette. My teacher's offices that were totally creeping me out. The Ponderosa that I was looking at. Let's go see if we can see some stuff. I'll try to make this as non-bumpy as we can and try not to crash in the process. Okay, I gotta get going. Hold on. On the grass is not a great time. You're probably looking at the Land Sciences building right now. Okay, here we go. So this is the college that I went to school at. Land Sciences building. These are the botanical gardens. These are the first botanical gardens. There's new wetlands over to the east, which I'll take you on a ride next time. But we'll go through the rose garden so you can see all that. Sorry about the wind, but don't have a choice. See the banana plants? How awesome is that? That in Alberta is very rare. Only in the summer. Hi. Okay, rose garden, ready? Trying hard not to crash into the roses. Oh god, this is a terrible idea. Okay, we're going out of here. iris bed, one of the iris beds. I'm sorry if this is making you sick, but I love this place so much. This place got me through being a new mom and being in a town that I didn't know many people, and being a new mom in the way that I wasn't at work and I wasn't interacting with people, and I didn't have structure and I didn't have things to do. So Emmy and I would just, oh, look at this willow right here. Can you hear this? Trying not to crash. Emmy and I would just hop on our bike. Well, first it was the stroller. Oh, hoses. First it was the stroller and then it was the bike. I used to have a seat where Emmy, it was attached to my bar right there. Can't think of the name right now. All my bike terminology has left my head. That thing right there. It was attached to that, and so she would sit right in front of me and we would ride along and we would look at all of the beautiful trees. And those two right there, those are larch trees. We'll go that way so that you can see a little bit closer. So yeah, every single day Emmy and I would come down here, go for a ride. I'd show her all the flowers, trying to teach her names. Those guys right there, those are larch. Okay, stop, Mike. It's really hard one-handed. Those are mature larch right there. There's 3 of them. No, there's a pine behind there. There's 2 mature larch and a pine. Aren't they glorious? Ugh. Whatever, I'm such a nerd. I love trees. And that's okay. Oh, that lighting's better. Sorry. And we'll go this way. This is the elm that Amy and I were climbing the other day. A long time ago when we were doing the footlocking and stuff. That's the tree we were in. And I'm probably gonna get hit by a sprinkler right now. Go by really quickly. So yeah, that's a quick tour of the grounds of the college. I love this place, and it's gotten me through living in a town that I don't really like. Because it gives me something to do with nature, and it's literally a 3-minute ride from my house, which is really rad. So there's nothing more fun. I'm just gonna go home and see you all soon. Oh, first I'll show you the begonias. Hold on. There's big Scots pines over here. By Res, Scots pines. Look at the begonias, aren't they pretty? Some poppies, some gravel. Okay, we're at the street. See you later.